Well, hey, it's August the 15th on a Friday there, and I'm going over the October 3rd fight between Paul Williams and Kelly Pavlik. Now, a lot of people have went out there and they're saying, hey, Dom, you're starting to get a little, or Bigragu, you're starting to get a little soft there, and you're not, you're backing down a little bit on your predictions. You're talking about, this Manny Pacquiao-Cotto thing, and you're treating it with kids' gloves. You're not really giving it the way you used to. You're not coming out there and just saying what's really on your mind or what you really want to say. And I said, okay, if we want to do that, I'll take the gloves off, all right? I'll take them off. We'll get these out of here, so I don't have to do them anymore. Okay, the gloves are gone. We'll start with, I'll break them down. I'll start with Paul Williams first, then I'll go to Kelly Pavlik, then I'll give my prediction about the fight, okay? Paul Williams, he's great. He's tall. He's 6'2", or 6'1.5". People get a little too much on. He's got this 82-inch reach, but if you think about it, with the 82-inch reach, when he fought Margarito, he only measured out at 25.5 from here to here, and I've been measured at like 27, over 27 inches from here and all the way out to there, for my reach. So he's broad, and that doesn't necessarily, it's not a great thing, but it's still 82 inches, whether you turn it or however you do it. He's got good power. He's got a 71% knockout ratio. He's 37-1 with 27 knockouts. He throws punches in bunches. He throws 100 punches around. He's a great mismatch against smaller fighters, which is what most welterweights are going to be. He's got good movement. He learns from his trouble, or so we think, because we really don't know. That fight only went one round with Quintana. He got beat, comes back, knocks him out in the first round, which is fantastic, which is what you expect the guy to do after he comes back from a loss. Great fighters. He's great at beating up smaller fighters. I already said that, I can see why welterweights don't want to fight him. It's a horrible mismatch. But I want to pose to you, do you think Margarito or Quintana or any of those guys right there would stand a snowball's chance, against an elite middleweight fighter? Not a light middleweight, a middleweight. Because we're not talking 154s here. We're not talking Sugar Shane Mosley stretching it a little bit. Or when De La Hoya went up to 160, fought Sturm, was it? And was like, no, and then dropped back down. You see what I'm saying? Now, people will say, well, Margarito's a bigger welterweight, and so he's a bigger welterweight, all right? Bigger welterweight, not bigger light heavy, not bigger middleweight. When he weighed in at the fight with Paul Williams, when he weighed in before he got in the ring, he weighed 157 pounds. When Kelly Pavlik got on the scale against Bernard Hopkins, granted he was allowed to weigh more, he weighed 174 pounds. All right? So, on that note, Williams D is not good at all. It's bad. And if you don't believe me, you check his stuff out. I could break it down. I could tell you every time he throws a right hand, he drops his left. Every time he throws the left hand, he drops his right. It goes out of, it's gone. It's horrible. My throat hurts because this is the second time I had to shoot this video. Either right or left, he just drops them. Now, he beat an aged Verno Phillips, who was 39, who had absolutely powder puff punching power, below 40% powder puff. He was much shorter. I think he was given up, I think it was 8 inches and 13 inches on his reach alone. And when you're taller, it's a lot easier to fight shorter fighters, because that reach really, you can have the same reach, but if you're taller, for some reason, it's easier to punch down than punch up, which Williams won't be able to do in this fight. He beat Winky Wright, who was definitely not a power puncher. So he was able to push forward and press these guys. Winky Wright's barely over 40%. Quintana, he had already been destroyed by Cotto before he beat Williams. Okay? So don't fool yourself on this one. And now, can he handle a middleweight puncher's power? An actual puncher. Not an elite puncher like Pavlik, but just even a regular middleweight puncher. Now, he throws 100 punches around. That's fantastic. But so does Pavlik. Pavlik can throw 100 punches around. Think about that. Wrap it around your brain for a half a second. Whose 100 punches would you rather have? A guy that's big at welterweight or a solid elite 160 middleweight fighter. Champion, by the way. Now, a lot of people will hang and put all their eggs in that basket, the Bernard Hopkins basket. They're like, oh, Kelly Pavlik here, a little more Kelly Pavlik right there, lethargic Kelly Pavlik, Pavlik getting schooled and all this stuff, and B-Hop moved to his right, and he was able to stay away from the right hand and all this other, and it was a great thing by Bernard Hopkins. Bernard Hopkins is an amazing fighter. Kelly Pavlik suffered bronchitis, and it was days before the fight. And if anybody knows anything about bronchitis, it leaves you drained. You are done. You are done for weeks after you have bronchitis. He had this days before the fight. At best, Kelly Pavlik was at 60% when he went in that ring and fought Bernard Hopkins. He was by far from the actual Kelly Pavlik. You want to see Kelly Pavlik, see the Pavlik that he might have got knocked down against Taylor, but got up and pounded Taylor into a pulp. Check out that Pavlik. Okay? Check out the Pavlik that beat Rubio mercilessly. Check out the Pavlik that KO'd Miranda. You see what I'm saying? Before Abraham got to Miranda. Check out that Pavlik. You want to see a good fighter, a guy that's a good boxer? Check out Pavlik. You want to see Pavlik? He throws a really nice jab, a fantastic jab. He'll throw 50, 60 jabs around. And it's straight, and he hits you with it. And he comes forward. So Williams coming forward, Pavlik coming forward, something's got to give. Pavlik goes to the body too. Hits you hard to the body. Pavlik hits you hard. Whatever Pavlik hits you with, he hits you hard with. Be it right hand or left hand. But that right hand is electric. He doesn't have an 86% knockout ratio for nothing. 35-1, 31 by knockout. And these are against legit middleweights. Okay? He's not dropping down. He's not looking for fights. If Williams wanted fights, they were there. He has one-punch knockout power. Williams doesn't have that. Pavlik, legitimate one-punch. You go to sleep, you snore. You sleeping. He likes to bring the pain. He can fight inside. Wow. If you're putting that, all your eggs in that B-Hop basket again, like I said, they're going to spoil. I'm sorry about that, and I'm sorry about, And how do you beat? I want to throw this out there too, because Williams is left-handed, or he fights southpaw. And all you that have any boxing knowledge at all, how do you beat a left-handed fighter? You throw the straight right hand, exactly. And what does Kelly Pavlik have that almost nobody in the boxing world has? And that is that electric right hand. That thing that sets it off and you go to sleep. Other fighters are volume punches. Pavlik doesn't need that. Pavlik does that, but he doesn't need that. He can get you out in one shot. He's not taking you deep into the 12th. He can take you out in the first. Legitimately. And that's middleweights, not welterweights. There's no welterweight in the world that can get in the ring with Kelly Pavlik and not get knocked out. All right. I think I got everything in there. And if you want to talk, Paul Williams' last two fights, the age was 76 years. Go ahead and divide that by 2. And you're coming out, the average age of the fighters were like 38 years old that he beat with Phillips and Winky Wright. And Pavlik's not much better. He's around 36. But my God, most of that was B-Hop. He was 44 years old. Okay? So, throw that in there and go ahead. Oh, prediction, right? Got to do a prediction. My prediction, this shouldn't come as a shock to you people, Kelly Pavlik knocks out Williams in the 7th or 8th round. Okay? That is a knockout by Kelly Pavlik, 7th or 8th round. Williams, the Punisher sees ghosts. All right? Who's the Bigragu? I'm out.